What you focus on grows. The question is, are you focused on what builds your future or what steals from it? In this video, I want you to understand the importance and the power of focus. Focus is basically what I talk about all the time in the Purpose University. How focus can unleash greatness. Because I was able to focus, I was able to write a book in 90 days. I understood the importance of putting your mind on something and setting your mind on something, whereby where your attention and your energy is put into something, you're able to achieve so much from it. And you have to understand that the mind is such a powerful thing. If you can learn to stay in a place and let your mind unleash the greatness inside, you'll be amazed at the kind of things that you have stored in you. So I want to explain to you why focus is important and how you focus on the right thing can shift your life into the right direction. And I've come up with 5 things that I think can help you in your focus, because sometimes we can be focused on the wrong things and the things that don't even give us a reward. Some people may put the same energy and the same amount of time into something that is not yielding a better investment. There is no return of investment. So you have to take a step back and do a reevaluation. And what you do is that you evaluate your current focus. Ask yourself a question. What has my mind been consumed with lately? Have I been watching TV too much? Have I been doing a certain kind of activity too much? What have I been doing with my time? How have I been consuming my time? How has my mind been focused this period? You have to evaluate your focus of your current state now. Because awareness is the first step. If you don't know that something is taking away your focus, you're just going to keep going on, and time is going to keep passing, and time is going to keep passing. Before you know, 2 years is gone and you're wondering, oh my God, what happened? I thought this happened. How did I get here? So you need to evaluate, what have you been focusing on? Are you focusing on the right things that are going to help you in achieving the life that you want to live, or being the person that you want to become? Or are you focusing on things that are just not helping you? Are you consuming content that are not adding value to yourself? Or are you consuming content that adds value to yourself? You have to evaluate, what is taking my focus right now. Is it family? Is it friends? How can I better look at my family that will not drain from me and destroy my life, but also I'll be able to live the life that I want to live? So you need to focus and ask yourself, what is my mind being consumed with lately? And I know this because I remember when in 2023, before I discovered purpose, um, I used to watch a lot of shows, and there's nothing wrong with that. But like, it was so bad that I don't even think I was doing anything with myself. I watch the shows, I pray a little bit, and I go to bed. I watch the shows. It was the repeated cycle over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Until one day I said, wait, I saw someone's video, like they were almost the same age with me and they've gone somewhere. I'm like, whoa, what am I doing with my life? And I had to evaluate, what have I been, what we all have the same time. It depends on how we choose to consume that time. What have I been doing with my 24 hours? How have I been spending my 24 hours? And the moment I did that, I was able to know whether it brings value to me or not. So when you evaluate your current focus, then you can ask, does it add value? If your current focus isn't adding any value or pushing you towards your vision, it may be distracting you from your actual purpose. And that is so true, because when I was watching television all the time, I didn't have time to think about what my purpose was, until I made a decision and said, no, I want to fulfill, I want to be better than what I'm doing. I don't want to work for money. I don't want to be doing this kind of life. I want to impact people. I want to be able to bring out goodness to people. And then I discovered purpose. Then I was able to focus on the right thing. Because the truth is that everybody is focused. There's nobody that's not focused in this life. We're all focused. But we're focused on the wrong thing or on the right thing. The difference between wealthy people and poor people is that wealthy people focus on the right things and poor people focus on the wrong things. But they're both focused people. So does it add value? If it doesn't add value, then why are you doing it? why are you wasting your time doing something that does not add value to your life? If you cannot stop something that doesn't add value to your life, you do not have self-value. And this is the reason why you then need to ask yourself, why is it that you do not value yourself? That's another journey of healing and find out what's going on with you and what's causing you not to value yourself. But in I'm just saying this because if you do not take a deliberate action to ask yourself, is this bringing value and positivity to my life, then you're just going to end up keep going with the flow of life, and life is just going to keep flowing you wherever it wants, and you don't want that. You don't want that. You want a life that is filled with purpose and fulfillment. So don't just go with the wind, direct the wind. Now, when you have figured out that, okay, this thing I'm doing is not adding value to my life, I'm here wasting my time binge eating, I'm eating cookies, I'm eating all kind of candies, I can't be doing this anymore. Eating this kind of food or focusing on the wrong kind of food doesn't help me. Or it's even like weight loss. I'll give you an example for me. One thing that changed my mindset regarding losing weight. I don't even like to call it losing weight. I like the word getting healthy. One thing that changed my mind regarding getting healthy was when I realized that I'm focusing on the wrong thing instead of focusing on the right thing. I attended a conference, and the conference, this nutritionist, Linda Murphy, she was explaining to us how you can stop yourself from eating some certain kind of food. And she said that most times when people want to become healthier, they focus on what the restrictions and the diet and what they have to lose, right? They focus on what they have to lose, and that already discourages them because they don't want to lose. But she said, instead of you focusing on what to lose, focus on what you have to add. Because then you're not thinking about, oh, I have to lose this food and replace it. No, you're thinking of, oh my God, I need to add a lettuce. I need to add a chicken. And she said, focus on adding, not on removing. Now, when I started doing that, I saw a magnificent change. Because the more you add, gradually, the ones that are not good will completely go away. For example, waking up early to do my exercise. That's an adding, not trying to go to the gym and do my exercise. I'm like, oh God, I have to do this, Lord. No, I said, you know what? I am going to wake up earlier so that I can do my exercise. Now, my exercise may not be crazy. It can just be walking, but at least I can be able to be consistent with that, and I'm focused on that. Then food. Instead of me cutting out all the sugars abruptly, you're trying to build a lifestyle. Building a lifestyle takes time. It's not overnight. So I used to think it's overnight, and I tried it. I lose the weight, I gain it again. And I told myself this time, I don't want to live that. I want to be able to maintain a lifestyle. It may be slow, but it's okay. Eventually, I will get there. And I remember I started adding one fruit a day, even if it's just one fruit a day, or even if it's just one vegetable a day. So gradually, I started increasing the number. I drink 2 liters every day, and then when I must drink 2 liters every day, I don't care about the food, just drink 2 liters every day. When I was done learning how to add that to my life, eventually I don't drink juice anymore because I have to drink 2 liters every day, and I have to find a way to put it into my system. Then I have to add one fruit every day, or as much as I want to do anything and eat junk, I must eat one fruit every day. So instead of me eating 3 bars of chocolate, it's reduced to 2 bars of chocolate and 1 fruit. And now I said, okay, I want to be taking 1 vegetable every day. So instead of me adding more carbs, it's become 3/4 carbs and then 1/4 vegetables. Yeah, and now someone will say, but that's not going to help you. No, I'm trying to gradually build something. Eventually, I will increase the dosage of vegetables, but it's a gradual process. It's not a process where you see me trying to change things, change this, changes. My mind is going to focus on the wrong things. And I was focused on what I had to lose. And the moment I changed my perspective, I said, you know what? I'm going to focus on what I'm going to add. I started losing weight, and I'm still on this weight journey, of becoming healthy. But that is the beautiful thing about it. Then, that's why I said shift your focus, reframe your perspective. How do you view it? Instead of obsessing over obstacles, focus on opportunities and benefits. And there's some people, I've met so many people that have so much potential, but they focus is on what they focus on are the obstacles and the limitations that they're gonna face. So they never start what they need to start, even though they're really gifted at it. They never start a business. They never start what they need to start because they are scared, but not because only they're scared, because they're focused on the negativity and not the positive. I was watching a movie and this guy did something to this girl. I don't know what, I've forgotten. And the girl was like, "Oh my God, you did this to me, that's it." And one of her friends said to her, because she just lost her husband, one of her friends, she said, "Listen, I want you to get a piece of paper. And I want you to draw like a T in the paper. Draw a line in between the paper. On the left side, write all the bad things. On the good side, write all the good things about this man." And when she was writing down all the bad things, she was done maybe like 10, 20. Oh no, 10. When she was done writing the good things, we were like 20 or 30. And the friend said, "So, if the good is this much, then your relationship is good." So she realized that she was just being, offensive for no reason. But yeah, she shifted her focus from the obstacles, right? From the problems to the benefits. And that's why you see any reason why many people can't achieve the life they want to achieve is because they're focusing on the wrong thing. Then we also want to talk about the power of perspective. Oh my goodness, this was very important. Where your attention goes is where your energy flows. So you need to ask yourself, how do you view this thing? Do you view it in a right frame, or you're viewing it from a different part of your mind? Train your mind to see growth possibilities, and that will help reshape your reality. And this is so important because if you're focused on limitation, I used to have a limited mindset, and now obviously I have an abundance mindset. But when you're focused on limitation, all you see are the problems and the limitation. But if you see problems as opportunities to solve them, then your focus is no longer on, "Oh, this is the problem." Now your focus is on, "Oh, this is a problem that I can solve." So that is very impactful. And it's so important that you understand the power of perspective. We can all be looking somewhere, but we're all seeing different things. And that's what perspective does. And it's so important that we understand that perspective is important in focusing on the right things for your life. And the fifth is to implement focus through systems. I talked about it before, that you cannot build anything without a system. Focus is wasted without structure. You can't be able, right now I'm focused recording this video, but if I didn't have a system in place to make me record it, I won't be able to do it in the first place. Translate your focus into daily systems and plans that keep you going. Okay? Don't just focus on the problem and, "Oh, you know what? I've been through this." And I remember a time I was speaking to someone. He was very good at teaching AutoCAD. And I told him, I said, "For you to help me understand AutoCAD, why don't you start like a mini course or something?" All he could think about was the negative. "Well, there are many people in the market, it's saturated, it's blah, blah, blah." And mind you, this was the era where online has not really gotten broad yet. Online courses are just coming into the market. And he kept complaining and kept complaining. And mind you, this person can't physically, like, he's drained physically from sitting up, so it affects his spine. But I was like, if you create that, at least you can make multiple streams of income from that. Anywho, so he refused at the end of the day, and I think somebody else did it in the future. But what am I saying is that you need to be able to build structure. Translate your focus into daily systems. Make sure that there are systems that you can follow every single day, and then so that the plan can keep moving. It's not stuck in one place. And what is a call to action for you? I think you should write down one thing worth focusing on and build a small daily system to make it a reality. Whether it's to read a book, whether it's to do whatever you want to do, create a system to help you read that book that you need to achieve. And I hope that this video was helpful. And I'll see you guys later for more tips. Bye.